if you've been going through something really hard, challenging, and you want to manifest and create beautiful things in your life, but your energy is off and you're feeling like what you want is not possible because maybe you're in a really drained mental state, or you're in a limited, or what I call the trance of negativity state, which is the default in society. But you want to shift your energy so that you can create what you want, so that you can live the life you're here to live. This video is for you. I received a beautiful comment from somebody named Gaia Yo-Yo. She actually requested that I make a video to hold sacred space so that they can start to really deepen in their spiritual practice again, because even sitting down to breathe is so triggering. They just lost their mother and have been going through a really hard time. So we are, many of us, going through massive changes, transformations, challenges. This is not a bad thing. If you're going through this, you are not alone. I'm going through this. Many of us are going through this because we're in a rapid evolutionary time. So life is changing, things are shifting, a lot is moving, and there's an opportunity to claim and harvest immense beauty at this time, to reclaim our own life force, our energy, and actually expand. And whatever that target is, that vision that you have for your life, known or unknown, maybe your soul has a vision that you're not even aware of yet, we are able to get a lot of momentum in this direction when we shift our energy. Everything comes down to frequency. I always say my frequency is my number one job, okay? My frequency. Yes, I'm an author, I'm a coach. I help empaths, coaches, healers get visible and find their message and write their soul signature course. I do amazing things, joyful, beautiful work in the world that I love, but that is not my first job. My number one job is my frequency, because if my mind is off, if my frequency is off, and believe me, there are plenty of opportunities to go through certain challenges and tricks of the ego and challenges in life to make sure that I'm in a state of mastery. If I'm not continuously honing my energy and my frequency, there's absolutely no way I could have created anything that I have created in my life. And certainly there's no way that I could continue to create beautiful things, like recently moving to Portugal and creating this beautiful life, without putting my frequency first. So the most important thing for 2025 and beyond is to ground our energy, because the changes are real, the changes are legitimate. There's all this ebb and flow. The changes on the surface are going to continue to happen. But if we don't anchor into what's real and true and stable, that which does not change, die, or go away, we're gonna struggle hard. And conversely, if we use a practice that I'm sharing with you today, or a practice like it, or many of the practices I share with you on this channel and will continue to, so make sure to subscribe if you want nervous system regulation, you want confidence, visibility, confidence, you want to go for and create what you actually are here to create. I'm here to support you in this. So this practice today, if you practice it daily, it's so simple, okay? It's like brushing your teeth. It's effortless. It's not effort none, it's effortless. It requires a tiny bit of effort, but the payoff is massive, all right? So I encourage you to close your door, let go of what's in your hands, in your head, take a moment, take some private time right now, and we're going to drop into a beautiful space for you to let go, shift your energy, and allow your frequency to expand so that you can manifest and create what it is that you want to create. You see, if our energy is off and our nervous systems and our emotional bodies are stuffed because we're in overthinking and we're in doubt and we're in fear and we can't stop trying to figure our way out of problems, the nervous system stays bound. It stays bound, it stays really tight. And so even in our best efforts, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna create, I'm gonna do all the things that are gonna get me what I want to create, it's not actually gonna work. We're gonna repel manifestation and what it is that we want, because there's no space to actually receive what we want. It's like we'll push out everything, including the good stuff, because the nervous system can't handle it. There's already too much stimulation. A practice like this, it's simple and it's effective. Just like when we brush our teeth morning and night, our teeth will stay healthy, right? Our energy is going to stay healthy when we use this psychic hygiene and emotional hygiene practice, ideally morning and night. I use it often, not just morning and night. It's very simple. It's actually woven through the Diamond Process book. So whatever challenge you're going through right now, I want you to take out a pen and just write it at the top of the page, okay? Write that challenge down at the top of the page, what it is that you are struggling with. Take a deep breath with me and exhale it out. I want you to get that problem out of your head, see it on paper, let it go. Let the paper go, let your pen go, okay? I want you to see right now that trying to figure out what to do or thinking about the story associated with the problem or the issue is going to keep you in a reality that is very heavy and very painful. It's going to keep you in this place of the emotional body stuffed and the nervous system overwrought and bound. Instead, what we want to do is actually migrate out of the left hemisphere of the brain, which is all rational thinking. It's where a lot of the stress can come from. There's also beautiful things that come from the left side of the brain. But what we need to do is actually migrate to the right hemisphere of the brain. This is the more creative brain. This is going to bring us into our sensory experience to activate that side of the brain. It's going to give us creative solutions. We're going to find that we can manifest easily from this place. So this is how we do it. We need to really take the elevator down from all of this thinking, this box of noise, into the paradise of our own bodies and heart. So this practice is called Shine Time. It is very easy to remember. I want you to just slip it into your back pocket. It has 3 B's, okay? 3 B's, so it's really easy to remember. The first B is breath, okay? So that thing that you wrote on the paper, when you look at that, I guarantee you, you're often not even breathing. You're just like, what do I do? And you're in overthinking. I want you to squeeze your fist really tight with me for a moment. Squeeze really, really, really hard. Squeeze, really, try this with me. Squeeze hard, squeeze harder, squeeze. Like now take both hands, like really squeeze as tight as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Notice what's happening to your breath. Now let go. The breath returns without trying. So when we actually are in this space of overthinking, we're literally constricting our nervous system, we are tightening, we are not breathing, and we are certainly not manifesting beautiful things in our lives. So the first key, number 1, is breath. The first B is breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. And the mind might go, I know, breath. No, it doesn't matter what you know. What are we doing? Are we breathing or are we thinking about breathing? Another deep breath in, receiving something good here. Exhale it out. Let the shoulders relax. Let the jaw soften. Let your hips relax. Deep breath in and exhale it out. I want you to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Okay, stay with your breath. We're going to move into the second B. This is body awareness. Body awareness. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. So now we're starting to tap into the sensation of the body. I want you to ask yourself, what do I feel emotionally in my body right now? What do I feel? And where do I feel it? So we're just naming the feeling and locating it. So when I ask that question, and here are the 4 options, let's keep it really simple. 4 primary feelings: anger, sadness, joy, and fear. Just choose one of those to keep it really simple so the mind doesn't have to figure anything out right now. Tune in and notice, what do I feel? Anger, fear, joy, or sadness? What's the closest feeling to what I feel right now out of those 4? So for me, okay, so I'm just detecting like a tiny bit of sadness and I feel it right here. Exhaling. So inhale and exhale. Notice what you feel and locate it. Also notice I have no charge around that. I'm not embarrassed to tell you that. It's an emotion. I have no identification with it. It's like a weather pattern that's moving through the sky. So great. Okay, there's some sadness here. So I'm going to actually move my hand up a little bit and feel and hold this feeling of sadness. So I'm not trying to get rid of it. I'm not judging it. I'm just like, oh, sweetheart. So deep, deep breath in. Once you locate the feeling in your body, and let go with your breath, just getting really curious about what you feel. Now I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to allow this feeling to exist? So it's very likely that Gaia Yo-Yo, for example, has been pushing away some grief, pushing away the loss of their mother, which is big, it's huge. And there's probably a lot of emotion attached to this. And it would make sense that there's a desire not to feel because it will feel like it's too much. And if I feel that, I'm going to get lost in that feeling and it'll never go away. Now, here's the truth about feelings. Feelings actually get lodged in the body when we get stuck in overthinking, because emotions are simply meant to move. So in this practice that you're doing right now, what do I feel? Where do I feel it? Am I willing to allow this feeling to exist? And allow the feeling to expand. Allow it to move, allow it to expand. This is how we start to balance our emotions and become amazing manifestors, because we're allowing the energy to move. And what happens is when the energy moves, it's the opposite. There might be a heavy feeling. There might be some major intensity. I don't know. It might last a minute, 5 minutes. It might last a few hours. It might last the day. It might last a few days. Can that be okay? And the mind, typically the emotions move fairly swiftly if the mind is not judging and afraid and getting lost in the emotion and attaching a story. Look at me, I'm a depressed person because I feel sadness here. I'm a bad person, or I'm a good person, or I shouldn't feel this, or I should feel this. All of these things they completely block our power, our manifestation ability, our full potential. So first be breath. Second, be body awareness. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper here, and I want you to imagine right now that this feeling is a little child that just walked in the door, 3, 4 years old. So for me, I would imagine, okay, this sadness, what if it was a small child? Is it masculine? Is it feminine? We're not going to go too deep here, but the Diamond Process book goes deep in with lots of amazing practices that will guide you through a very, very deep experience of uncovering unconscious programming and oh my goodness. Yeah, I have something to tell you that I just remembered. Unconscious programming, as well as the deep need that's inside of you that it's important to meet, okay? So that you can step into a higher vibration and then also manifest. I do want to let you know before we continue that Self-Mastery Manifestation School, the pre-sale just got extended to the 22nd. I want to make sure you don't miss this so you can clear your energy blocks with me live for 7 weeks and create and manifest what you truly want. The link is below. Make sure not to miss the pre-sale if you are interested in that. But what I want to say here is that these emotions, if we can go a little bit deeper, imagine this as a child, okay? So if I imagine this child walking in the door, sad, really, really sad, would I kick that child away, or would I actually embrace that child and say, sweetheart, come here. I want you to do this for yourself right now. I want you to imagine this feeling is a small child, you as a little one that just ran into your arms. Take a few deep breaths here and apply this mentality of, am I willing to allow this feeling to exist? Yes, I am. I'm here with you and I'm not leaving. So I want you to whisper to this energy, or to this child, this inner child, I'm here with you and I'm not leaving. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. This is going to change your life if you really apply this. Another deep breath in and exhale it out. Another deep breath in. We're going to get to something core right now. Exhale it out. Okay. I want you to ask this beautiful emotion, this inner child, what do they need that they have needed for a long time? Ask this little one inside, this feeling, this emotion, this emotional child, sweetheart, what is it that you need right now? And trust intuitively what rises. I need to be held. I need to be loved. I need to be seen. I need to be heard. It might be something like this. I need compassion. I need attention. Or it might be, can we go outside? I need to just lay under the tree and just look at nature and be with Mother Nature and feel the joy of being outdoors. It might be any of these things. It might be, I need more play. I want to go have fun, right? It can be something like this. So what we're doing right now is we're getting into the unmet need, and that unmet need is going to unlock, when met by you, a sense of self-worth that is going to make you a magnet for incredibly beautiful things. When you supply your unmet needs rather than expecting somebody out there to supply those needs for you, you become this vibration of all needs met. And guess what? When all needs are met, what does the universe do? Pours onto you. Here's more. You want more of that? Here's more. You want more of your needs met? Here's more. Ooh, let's go into overflow and abundance. So if you can mother yourself, become your own safety, as I call it, go deep into this practice. For example, we're going to get to the third B in completion. I just gave you a little extra here with just starting to scrape the surface of the inner child work and the energetics that make you magnetic. You're going to completely shift your life. No matter how much chaos is going on around you, you're going to be the beacon of light in the midst of it all, because you are your own safety. You are stabilizing the place in you, that little vulnerable child that does not feel safe and is looking out there to feel safe and is never going to find it out there. Yes, there are people who are lovely, wonderful, safe, awesome, but it's really us that is required to fulfill these needs as the foundation of our lives. So now just feeling into this, and I want you to just connect with this idea, this sense that it is safe for me to be all that I am. It is safe for me to let go and open up to the life I'm here to live. It's safe for me to trust. Just notice what happens when you start to open up to new possibilities. Now, we could go much deeper here, but we're going to move into the third B. If you can just go into the brow center now. So we have breath, body awareness. You're connected with your body now. You're present with yourself and realizing I'm the one who's present, not the emotion that's all whipped around. No, you are not the emotion. You are the mother or the lover or the one who holds yourself into safety, who can stabilize yourself, be with whatever's rising up, and feel and be the stability for the part of you that needs it. Now we go into, if you need more stabilization, we go into the third B, the brow center. I want you to imagine, this is going to sound a little strange, but it's very effective. Imagine you have a nostril right at your third eye, your brow center, or the bridge of your nose. If that's more comfortable, close your eyes and let your eyes fall softly there. If you ever have trouble sleeping, by the way, this is a powerful practice. Imagine breathing in and out through the third eye, through the brow center. And what this is going to do is it's going to start to harmonize the left and right hemispheres of the brain. We can use our minds to create what we want. But first, we really need to find that still place inside. So a few deep breaths here. Staying with your breath, really exaggerating the breath. Hands on the body. We are mammals, so cortisol levels drop as soon as we touch and feel the warmth of our own hands or somebody else's. stress dwindles and we start to fall into a deep peace. And if emotion is coming up, holla frickin' Lulia, let it. And notice if the mind is going into overthinking patterns, that is the ego's trick to keep you in this loop instead of, because it's afraid of the emotion. But what's going to happen is you're going to get really grounded and stable, or work with a practitioner, work with a therapist, work with someone, someone to help you through this, to make sure that you're mastering your own emotions and your energy and you're grounding into your body. Or come and join us. This isn't a substitute for therapy, but this is going to be a very, very powerful experience. Come and join us in Self-Mastery Manifestation School, because for 7 weeks, we're going to be going very deep into upgrading your energy, grounding, rooting into who you really are, and experiencing and embodying incredible levels of confidence and manifesting and creating what you actually want. It's so available to you. Okay, it is so available to you, to all of us, but it is going to require unplugging from the chaos in the world. Instead of expecting the chaos in the world to shift your energy, it's like going to the desert for water. That is never, ever, ever in 1,000 years going to happen. But if you have the space and the accountability to go deep within yourself and the guidance, it's actually going to lock in. And then you become it, and it becomes habit, just like brushing your teeth. And the next thing you know, you go from, feeling like a sponge, like sucking up all this negative energy around you. Instead, you become a beacon of light. You become the good news. So to recap here, very simple, 3 B's. Breath. You could take 1 minute this practice, twice a day, morning and night. You don't have to do all the fancy stuff I just shared with the inner child. Simply breath. 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly. That's body awareness. How do I feel? Where do I feel that feeling? What do I feel? Where do I feel it? Oh, yeah, I feel it right here. So then place 1 hand there, or both. Breathe deeply. Am I willing to allow this feeling to exist? And then even take it a step further. What do you need? What does this emotion need? I'm here with you, sweetheart. I'm not leaving. I got you. Mother yourself into safety. And then fulfill that unmet need. And then brow center. So you're connected, you're present. Just a few breaths like this, connecting with your body, stilling your gaze to the brow center. It's like watering a seed. You do this daily. Next thing you know, the seed sprouts. Next thing you know, the seed grows into a tree. And then that tree gets massive and the roots go deep, and you become invincible no matter what happens around you. So at first you might go, nothing's happening. But what's happening is underground. You can't see it at first. I love you all so much. This is about to become a master class if I go any deeper than this. But I hope that this serves you. And Gaia Yo-Yo, thank you for your request. I want you all to know that you are so deeply loved. We are so loved. We are so loved by life itself, that very essence and power that's beating our hearts, that's growing our hair, that's mending knee scrapes and all kinds of things all the time, is loving us up. And sometimes it requires saying, universe, love me up. I receive. Take this pattern, release me from this story, help soften my mind so I can ground into my body, so that I can receive beautiful things in my life, so that I can be all that I am with confidence. Here's to starting the year with confidence, embodying profound confidence throughout the year, and creating what you truly want. I'm here to support you in this. If you're not already subscribed, you can click the subscribe button. And if you got something from this video, ding, you can give it a thumbs up. I am so excited to share this year together, to have this beautiful, beautiful year. This is our time, and I love you all. I'll save what I have to say for the next video because I have a lot to share with you. Again, join us in Self Mastery Manifestation School. The pre-sale is happening right now until the 22nd of January, and the link is below. I will see you in the next video.